This is Jackie, and I'm here with the always lovely Juliet Simms at Warped Tour. I feel like this is just Groundhog Day because we have talked at Warped Tour so many times.
So many times, Jackie. It's so good to see you.
I love it.
I love it. It's been a day of just walking around and seeing all my old friends and family, you know?
It's such a family reunion
It
for
is.
me as much as it is for you. It's
Yeah.
like I walk around and I see the tour managers and the band folks and everyone. It's so
Everybody in
great.
production and all the crew and all the stage hands. And
How many years have you done?
Oh, geez. Like 100.
I know it feels
More
like it, right?
Warped Tours than there's ever been amount.
I'm trying to think. The first time
Okay,
I've interviewed you was Automatic Love Letter 2010.
Yeah, but I had done it
Before that.
twice before that. Yeah. The first one doesn't really count because that was my stowaway story where I snuck on. And then that was 2007. And then 2008, I did it with my band Automatic Love Letter, and then came back in 2010. And that is where we met. Wow, we've known each other for 9 years.
It's been a while.
I know.
It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and you have been through so much. I mean, so many iterations. Automatic Love Letter, solo work,
Yeah.
The Voice, solo work again. I feel like each time is just, it's an evolution. So how do you take all of those things that have happened along the way and learn from them and stay positive?
Well, learning from your mistakes is key. You know, mistakes can either drag you down and destroy you, or you can learn from them and grow from them, and hopefully it makes you stronger. You know, I look at life like it's ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And the downs, you just have to look at that moment in your life like, okay, I'm experiencing this now, it fucking sucks, but it's just gonna make me stronger, it's gonna make me wiser, and you just keep that in mind and keep telling yourself that as a mantra, and next thing you know, you're back on your next up, and you're like, oh, I did that, I survived. And so I kind of just gotten used to that kind of mentality. That's how I just keep going. I'm like, it'll pass.
Expect the unexpected. You're
It'll
like,
go
moving
away.
on.
It'll get better.
And so you have a new single out now, Bad Love. How is that an evolution from like Take Me and Say Hello?
Well, I think Say Hello was a little bit more of a dancey, fun, kind of a little Americana, a little, sassier song.
You're always sassy.
I can't help that I have sass. It's just in my bones. But Take Me, Take Me that's like a Motown song. It's a bluesy, soulful Motown song. And, it's not that far off from Bad Love. You know, when I wrote Bad Love, when I first got with my producer, Scott Stevens, I told him I wanted to make a modern, alternative, classic rock album. And, when we're writing and we're in the studio, we keep that in mind. We keep that in mind when it comes to chord progressions, when it comes to melodies, when it comes to lyrics. I still stay true to the classic rock side of me. And Bad Love has a lot of blues in it, a lot of soul. It's just put into a modern, formation. And so it's not that far off from Take Me, I feel. But, Bad Love is that song, love, true love is glorious and beautiful and amazing and magic, but it's also dark, scary, tumultuous, and I don't think a lot of people really talk about that side of true love. It's not all rainbows and butterflies.
Instagram photos
it's
and
not.
polished loveliness.
No, it's not. Most, I think that the world is, especially with Instagram, it paints this like tra-la-la picture. Life should be beautiful and you should always be on fucking vacation and, on yachts. And that's
how you live your best life,
yeah, it's
though.
not how you live your best life. You live your best life by experiencing life away from the phone, with your friends, with your significant other. You have problems and you get through them. And, I have a pretty broadcasted relationship, and we've definitely been through hell and back, and I wanted to write about it. So.
Well, I was like, there's a new single out. Yay. What can we expect then from your sound since signing to Sumerian?
Say that again?
What can we now expect of your sound since signing to Sumerian? Are you
rock and roll, baby? Are you kidding me? I'm never going to depart from rock. No, it's we're making a rock record. It's definitely, it's modern. It's not, we're not going in the direction of like, Asking Alexandria, which is a fucking amazing band, don't get me wrong. But, Ash Alvidson, the owner of Sumerian Records, and I have a vision, and we want to do something that hasn't been done, especially for a female, in a long time, and that's what we're trying to hopefully achieve with this new record. It's going to be everything people have loved in my music, and I'm hoping that, I am hoping it connects with everybody. So
when can we expect it?
We don't have a release
No
date.
pressure. No pressure.
No. When? Tell me.
Now. Yesterday.
We're halfway through recording the record. So it'll be finished this fall. And we work fast. I mean, with Bad Love, we were in the studio, and Ash was like, we really want to put out a single for this tour. And like 3 weeks before I went into rehearsals, he was like, that's the song. And I was like, shit, we have to do a music video. And he's like, yes. And I was like, I have a guy. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. So, I'm hoping that it goes that way again, and I can get music out to everybody as fast as possible.
So as you're working on new music, how do you feel about the role music streaming has been playing lately as an artist?
Well, as an artist, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's like, it sucks.
It sucks financially, that's for sure.
Financially, yeah. We people, fans, listeners, followers, they don't see what's going on all the time. They see probably 5% of people's lives, and the amount of time and work and energy and money and just the day-to-day grind to just get even a music video done, a record done, getting a tour, like preparations for tour, and it's like, oh my gosh, you don't sleep. All you do is work, and you have to, and these things cost a lot of money, and so it's like, it's definitely, it's hard that I love people being able to listen to my music easily, but it does make it a little bit more difficult that you can't really make money off of the thing that you're investing all of your time and energy into. So you just have to be smart this day and age. You have to be an entrepreneur. You have to think of different ways you can create income to do what you love. And I will say this, despite the decline of, income that artists get because of the streaming, it's worth it. It's all worth it to be able to give people my heart, my soul, and my music. And this is what I love. This is all I'll ever do. And
hopefully music streaming, the end result is that more people come to your shows.
Exactly.
And that's where you really shine.
That is more valuable than I think what you could receive if people were still buying records the way that they used to in the 90s and the early 2000s. It's got its pros and it's got its cons, But you think of ways to keep yourself on the road, like never take it off. I started that company almost 10 years ago, and that's another way I can give back to people, and it's doing great, and tra-la-la-la-la.
And speaking of being on the road, what's up next for you after Disrupt?
Finishing my record.
That's what's important.
That is what's important. Finishing my record so we can stick it up on Spotify and you can listen to it for $7.99 a month.
And then you can come see her on tour. Check out Juliet Simms. This is Jackie. Thanks to Chorus FM and In the Key of Change.